All right, kids, this is the 8.3 video on similarity. This opening problem, I'm not going to do this. You need a ruler, straight edge, and do some measuring. You can kind of see my diagram on the solution document that I'll post to Canvas, but I'm not going to do that in the video here. Okay, we're going to talk about similar figures now. So two figures are similar if and only if, whoops, you knew that was going to happen, right? If and only if the corresponding sides are in the same ratio and all corresponding angles are congruent. Okay? So it's a little bit different than congruency, of course. We're talking about similar figures. So here, this is the symbol that we use for similarity, that little squiddly. So you got triangle cat, similar to triangle dog. The order still matters, just like it does with congruency. Find as many other angle measures as possible. Well, that's pretty simple. Sorry about this lousy diagram. Clearly, angle T corresponds to angle G because of the cat and dog. So this would be 50. And if that's 105, sorry, it's missing. This is supposed to have a D there. This would be 105. And then, of course, we can fill in the remaining blank. Okay, determine the length of DG. Well, let's take a look at that. So DG, remember, DG corresponds to CT. Okay, so DG is to, what's CT? CT is 11, right? So DG is to 11. Now, there's some correspondence that we can, notice how I put the dog on the top. That's going to be as 31 is to 24 because those correspond. And then we can cross and solve. Okay, you should end up getting DG equals 14.21. Notice how I put the dog on the top, the cat in the denominator. Okay, and as long as I'm consistent with that, it's all about consistency when you're matching up these things. So you got to be careful with this. This one's not a hard problem at all, but it's easy. People go too fast and make a mistake. This little triangle on top is similar to the whole triangle. ST is 3, TQ is 7, SP is 10. So that means this must be 7. Now, to find PR, so I'm going to set up a proportion. Okay, I'm going to call that X. And you see, I'm going to do the side is to the base. 3 is to 7. As the side is to the base, that would be 10 is to X. So you'd have 3X equals 70. So X equals 70 over 3. Okay, so you see how I did side is to base, as side is to base. This is the common mistake. You got to be careful. Sometimes people say 3 is to 7 as 7 is to X. That is wrong. Because remember, 7 is not the side of this big triangle. It's just part of the side. So you got to be real careful with that. Not a hard problem, but easy one to go too fast and mess up. This is just proportion stuff. Here what I'm going to do, this is a map problem. This is kind of a typical problem. As long as it's all about consistency. I'm going to put the map measurements on the top and the actual measurements on the bottom. So it says here, suppose the distance on the map from St. Louis to Missouri is 8 inches. And the actual distance is 290. Okay. If Detroit, Michigan, say this is the map stuff, so that goes on the top because I put the map on the top, so X is on the bottom. You cross multiply, and you get X equals that. So it's about consistency. I like doing these labels sometimes. You can save yourself some of that. The scale factor between the map and the actual distance, that's just going to be dividing these two things, right? So the map would be like 8 inches to 290 miles. So you divide that, that would be 0.208 inches per mile. That's your K factor. Okay. Really, I don't know how much of this stuff I really need to do. This is going to be a system. I want you to practice the system, okay? So you have a triangle, ABC. I'm going to sketch that out. A, B, C. Now it says that A is 50. It says that D is 2x plus 5y. But remember, angle A and angle D match up, okay? So we know that 50 equals 2x plus 5y, okay? So that's one thing we can do right away. Now, what else do we know? We're told that angle B is 102 minus x, and we're told that angle F, angle F is what? 5x plus y. But remember, 5x plus y, F is congruent to C. So there's the other equation that we're gonna go ahead and set up now. So we know that sorry, I just lost my train of thought there for a second. So here we know that this is the same thing as angle C, but we can figure out angle C in other terms. In other words, add these two things together. That would be 152 minus x. We know that angle C has to be 180 minus this. Okay, let me erase that. Angle C equals 180 minus this sum, which I'm going to write in parentheses, 152 minus x. Now, that's going to be 28, and then you distribute this negative plus x. So angle C is equal to that, but remember, angle C is also equal to F. So 28 plus x is equal to 5x plus y. Sorry how sloppy this is. And you got to solve this system, okay? I'm not going to solve the system. You will get nice whole values for x and y. You will get a final answer of 33, okay, for this problem. And again, to quickly, there's not a lot of stuff I'm going to do down here. Two triangles, are these triangles similar? Well, let's look at this. The third angle would be 120. The third angle here would be 15. So these triangles will be similar, as you can have, yes, you have 3 pairs of corresponding angles congruent. Okay, I don't think I need to do this last stuff. You can practice this yourself. I'll give you answers. 10.8 for that, 13.2 for that for NM. Okay, there's not a lot here. That's why you should get a final answer of 17.5 feet for this one. Okay, Wasn't a lot of new stuff there, just some practice. So I'll also post a solution document.